What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video we're going to be taking a quick overview look at my first full true lifting shoe that was sent over to me by the good folks at Under Armour, which I'm greatly appreciative of. Obviously them sending it my way has, no bearings on what I'm going to say. They actually strongly encourage and welcome the criticism, so I do appreciate that. But we're talking about the Armour Tribase lifter in the white colorway with the black strap. So I took them through the ringer on a leg day, and we're going to discuss. Stay tuned. So just some quick stats on it. You have a very grippy base with flex grooves. So, doing calf raises, toe off movements and such. You do have, this is strong TPU base in here that wraps around as well, because you have rubber encasing that. So dense rubber, very stable TPU base. I don't know the exact offset. I would assume it's somewhere in the realm of anywheres from like 8 or 10 millimeters up to about 13. It's pretty high, so probably closer to like 13 instead of the typical, like with the Tribase Rain, it's a 2 millimeter offset. No real breathability whatsoever. It is made of a pretty durable synthetic that seems like it can really take a beating. I haven't experienced any pinching in the metatarsals or anything like that. The strap in the middle, on the archway really holds down well. You don't have to do too strong of a Velcro on the strap, and it does reach around, so depending on your foot size, there's a good bit of Velcro that comes all the way to here. So in the event you have a pretty large foot, you have a lot of room with the strap. Standard lacing type of stuff, nothing outlandish, where it does have another synthetic overlay over the top of the main material, which is kind of a mesh filled with foam that helps to really wrap the foot. Heavily pillowed and cushioned for the Achilles area, and then you do have a pretty dense heel cup, as well as this TPU that comes up, and does help because you sit in right in here in this groove. That's where the bottom of your heel is, so you do have some additional support here, as well as an additional heel cup inside here as well. And then just a basic insole, nothing spectacular here. Feels like polyurethane, so it does have a little bit of spring and step-in comfort. It might even say, I haven't looked. No, it doesn't say. It has the UA logo, but it feels like a thin polyurethane, so that will break down over time. Does have a little bit of arching up, so if you need orthotics with additional arch support, I would strongly encourage getting it. Now, the big trade-off here is you do have a pretty dense foam in the forefoot, and then in the heel, it's extremely stable and sturdy. With it's all TPU. There's no real cushioning going on in the heel, and it's rubberized, almost cup sole like, but very shallow here in the front. There's a little bit of injected foam that you can feel in here for some step-in comfort and some just impact absorption, though this is not the kind of shoe that you're going to be looking to absorb impact and do any high impact movements. This is straight up for powerlifting. Obviously not a deadlifting shoe because you want to be as flat as possible for deadlifting. A lot of people like to deadlift barefoot, but when it comes to squats, snatches, cleans, things like that, that's where you want the heel elevated, and you want a very stable platform so your ankles aren't going to have to work like crazy and you don't have any instability, medial and lateral swaying movements from side to side. The overall fit, I would say stick to true to size. This is one that a little narrow, don't get me wrong, a little on the narrow side, but also heel lockdown is nothing crazy. That's why you got to really kind of tie these things down really well, and then if you use the strap appropriately, you don't just leave it loose, it will hold you firmly into the footbed of this shoe. The last overall, again, slightly narrow, so wide footers might want to go up half a size. I'm not sure if they have wide foot options. I don't believe they do. And it is a very clean look. They did send me the white with the black strap. They do have a red and I believe a blue colorway, or a red and a black colorway. I forgot exactly. I know red for sure. And these retail for $200 from Under Armour. They are UA website exclusive to my knowledge. Overall assessment, I've kind of been missing out. So I've used the Atomic Stingray. I've had 2 different colors over the years. I have almost every Nike Metcon. We're talking 1 through 8. I don't have the 9s, and the 10s are on the horizon. I have the Metcon Sport. I have 3 of the 4 free Metcons. I feel like I'm potentially leaving something else out. The first Metcon Turbo. I don't have the second Metcon Turbo, but I have the majority of those. All of the Project Rocks, all of the BSRs, the Hover Rise, the Apex 2, just a multitude of cross-trainer, all-around cross-trainers, CrossFit style trainers, the Tribase 1 through 6. I have all 2 through 6. I don't have the original Tribase Rain, but I have the Tribase Rain 2 through 6. So point being, I've tried a variety of shoes to train in, but I have to say, this was probably the leg day that made the most sense, was with this. Very stable when I did some squats on the Smith machine, as well as I did a couple sets of hack squat. I did some drop sets on leg press, Bulgarian splits. I mean, everything. I was very stable, very planted. I didn't do any snatches or cleans or anything like that. I'm actually in a deficit, cutting down for a show in 85 days from the recording of this, left to go. So strength is dipping a little bit. I am in a pretty hefty deficit with my calories and carbohydrates specifically. So I'm not as strong as I was 2 months ago, but I'm still able to get up some pretty heavy lifts overall with some really good volume, more focused on tension overall with slow negatives and such. And even so with what I was doing in the squat rack and stuff like that, really focusing on tension more so than moving tons and tons of weight. But everything was really confidence inspiring in this shoe, and this is one that I would encourage. I know Nike's lifting shoes very popular in the other brands, but this is, to my knowledge, Under Armour's first foray into this particular space. I don't know if they did a lifter before, but this one in particular seems like a great all-around option baseline for those of you that like the lifting shoes with that hefty, stable base. It is a little clunky in the heel. You have to keep that in mind, but these are built for a very specific purpose, and I can't imagine wanting to do too many leg days moving forward without doing calf raises and everything. We're totally fine with this because you do have that flexibility in the toe and the forefoot, and then once you get past the front ball of the foot, it is stable, it is firm, your foot is going nowhere. So anybody looking for some great lifters at kind of that mid-range price point, you might want to take a look at the UA Tribase lifter. So that's my overview of the UA Tribase lifter. Thank you once again, Under Armour, for sending this my way. I do appreciate it. These will be staying in the backpack in the event, especially once I get back into off-season after June, because I have 2 shows in June, 1st and 29th, and then I'll be going into off-season protocol to get ready for next year, and I'll be eating a lot of calories and lifting heavy once again. So I'm very eager to see, with expanded power movements beyond just squats and such, how this is going to shape up, because I'll probably get into, obviously I still won't be using these for deadlifting. I have other options for that, but as far as doing some power cleans, snatches, and things of that nature, I'm going to be very eager to see how they perform with that as well, because the stability here is crazy, crazy good. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe before you leave this video, I'll catch you guys on the next one.